What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Uh, at this point, I shouldn't have to say what it is. Shouldn't have to say what it is at this point. It's just y'all already know. Uh, about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes to midnight Central Time. And whatever time it is in your part of the world, I hope everything is well with you. Hope everything is going good for you, man. Hope you're blessed. God bless you too, Spiky. Appreciate you coming through, my homie Anna Monarchy, as usual. Always in Michelle, JD, Bubba Seeds, all my family, man, all my regulars, man. Salute to all of y'all. Phantom Phase, Adam, I see y'all, man. This Vice Reach. Hey, man, salute to all of y'all. All of y'all coming through. My little brother Ja'Cory is up in here, man. Brandon, I mean, just, man, look, this is, y'all all are familiar to me. Just family, you know. I see y'all, man. So, I thank y'all for always being consistent in y'all's attendance. This is an open topic tonight. I think I put 82 on there. It's crazy I did this that many times. But yeah, this is an open topic, so I didn't really have time to go into a particular subject. And it's been a long week for you, big brother, so I haven't had time to even really keep up on what's going on in the world to see if there was anything that I did want to talk about in particular. So I will let y'all determine the topic, as we done did this 81 times, so y'all know what the business is on the open topic. Shout out to my homie Phantom Face Final. He was the first comment on the new episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast with the homies from A1 Empire, man. Y'all may not be familiar with some of the people that may come on the show. Y'all may not be, well, who was that? Who was A1 Empire? Well, watch the show and you find out. You go to Underground Dialogue podcast on YouTube and check it out. The new episode is up, and my homies gave a lot of great information about grinding, about promotion and marketing, and just that underground independent methodology of how to really put work in and still get results. We always think it's about having this big machine behind us. We always think it's about having this big budget behind you. You got to have X amount of dollars. And that's cool because to a degree, yeah, if you had that, it's true. But in reality, man, sometimes like the old saying, like the recent old saying goes, man, teamwork make the dream work, man. And I've seen just a small core of people put in so much work that you would think they had a 500-person staff. Yeah, JD, man, the new SPC album is getting ready to drop soon, but we just completed the video to the first single, which is called "Betting on Me." I don't know if y'all saw it, the clip, the preview clip, but go on my Instagram. How many of y'all follow me on Instagram? If you follow me on Instagram, just say yes or something. I rarely promote my Instagram, man. I don't know why. I don't be thinking about it. But if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, that's my Instagram handle right there. So y'all go follow me now. If y'all go on my Instagram page, you'll see the clip, the video preview, and the video will drop next Saturday, not tomorrow, Saturday, next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. So y'all get to see the full video of the song "Betting on Me," South Park Coalition. That particular song is myself, Point Blank, Klondike Cat, and Dope E. So Michelle definitely follows me on Instagram, always interacting, always showing love. All right, man. Well, But we're gonna get right into it, man. This is open topic. Like I said, I didn't have time to lay out a topic for y'all. I'll have one tomorrow, man. If I come on, I see Raider Joe up in this thing. Um, so let's get it on, man. And the more seeds y'all plant in my head, the more interesting this conversation will get. Bubba Seeds, I thank you for the enlightenment and how to treat the people around me. Man, yeah, man. The way you treat the people around you is everything, man. And we don't always do the best job, man. I'm far from perfect. But you work on yourself. Every day is a process of self-improvement. Every day should be a day where you try to be a little better than yesterday. And sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't, man. But regardless of what goes on, make sure you don't have dirty intentions. If you ain't out to try to hurt nobody and all that, man, you just do the best you can. That don't mean that you won't make mistakes. That don't mean that you won't hurt somebody. But you got people out here who intentionally set out to try to do people wrong and scam and mess over people, man. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. You make an honest mistake or you slip and stumble here and there, okay, you fix that. But don't be that person who sits up and plots and schemes on ways to destroy people and hurt people and bring people down. That's a recipe. That's a bad recipe. Yeah, but the South Park Coalition album is coming, man. I think y'all gonna like it. We got some stuff on there, man. The Betting on Me song that we did the video to, that's a really good song, but it's not even my favorite song on the album. I think we got some stuff on there that's a little better than that. Yeah. So maybe April. This is March now. Sometime next month, it should be out. Yeah. Adam says we must humanize our heroes. Shout out to Bun B, man. Bun B said that on our show. He said you got to humanize your heroes, you know. And do y'all know why he said that? He said that in reference to his early days of just, he was coming up. And when he started to get around Scarface, people like that, when he started to be in those rooms as he was making his climb up the ladder, he was basically saying you got to get out of that mindset of being starstruck. When you're in a room with a lot of people that you looked up to, and now you finally right next to them in that room as a peer, as an equal, you got to view yourself as an equal, and you got to carry yourself as an equal, and you can't come in with an inferiority complex because, wow, this is my hero. This is a guy, I've been listening to his music since I was, wow, I know all his songs. That's cool. That's a beautiful thing. You never want to lose that. But at the same time, look, we in the same field now. It's like being drafted into the NBA, and now you drafted into the NBA, and you playing against LeBron now. It's like, okay, are you gonna sit there and just stare at LeBron all shocked and starstruck, or now, hey man, I got to play against LeBron now. I got to go at him. I got to prove myself. I got to show that I belong here. So I can't be sitting around praising LeBron while we on a basketball court against each other because he tried to take my head off. So I got to take his off. So that's basically what Bun was saying. It's like, now I'm up here with Face. I'm up here with whoever, and I got to show them, dude, I'm just like you. Because if you don't humanize your heroes, you forever just have that little, oh, it's him. Like, nah, man, you're not gonna be the best version of yourself. Bubba Seed says, do you think that most people realize that happiness is a true richness For I mean, I would rather sit on dirt and be happy. And the song go, well, yeah. I think sometimes we chase after what we think is gonna make us happy, because the things that we don't have, we start to crave the things that we don't have. So if you ain't got no money, you're like, man, I need some money, man. Man, I need some money. I need some money. I need some money. And you say to yourself, man, if I had $10 million, I'd be this. I wouldn't have this problem. I wouldn't have this issue. I could do this. I could do that. And that might be true. But what happens to a lot of people is that once they get comfortable financially, they run out of things to do. You run out of things to buy. It's like, okay, I got 12 cars. It's like, what other car can I get now? So that's no longer satisfying to you. Okay, man, I got these houses. I got a house in Miami. I got a house in LA. I got a house. It's like, or you got one house with a bunch of room. You went and bought the biggest house, and now you just in that house. It's like, I got all these rooms. It's like, so you start to realize that the things that you didn't have that you thought would give you happiness are not the end all be all in terms of happiness, because you got one car that you like, you got one nice house that you like, one modest house, or whatever you like, but the sharing of what you have is, in my opinion, where the fulfillment of it comes. So if I got all this money, if I go on a trip by myself, it's like, what is that? But if I gather up 5 or 10 people and say, man, let's go, man, let's go, let's have some fun. These are people that you roll with, then it makes it more fulfilling. If you say, well, man, I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna put something up in my community that's gonna possibly change the trajectory of a lot of young people who may be going down the wrong road. I'll put this community center up. It's like, now you have purpose. Happiness is rooted in your purpose. Whatever you find your purpose to be in life, that's where your happiness is. So, like, for people who do music, like I do music, I found that, I discovered that in my life, then I went into myself and found out, okay, I feel like I can be pretty decent at this, right? So as you discovering that and walking into that purpose, it creates a habit. Like, man, I love this. Wow. So now you got something to wake up for every day. It's like, man, I can't wait to get to it. Compared to you working on a job that you hate, and you like, oh, I can't wait to get from it. When it's 5 o'clock, gonna get here. So it's 9:15. You just got here. You got a long way to go. Are you planning on getting Flea and KB on your podcast? Yeah, absolutely, Jacory. Yeah, that is absolutely a plan to get KB and Flea on my podcast, man. I got to make that happen, man. I got to make that happen. They're my brothers. I've talked to Flea about it. I haven't talked to KB about it, but I did have a conversation with Flea about coming on the show. I guess he's pretty much waiting on me. Yeah. Adam said they banned his account on Instagram because he spoke too much truth. They'll do that. They should put that in like the policy. You know how they have those policies on all these platforms where they talk about your what's the policy called? Whatever the policy is called that you agree to when you first get on these platforms, where they tell you what you can and can't do, what's accepted and not accepted. They should just put truth in there. Do you agree to not tell any truth? Because that's all, that's what they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that at all. It's like they have a problem with that. So I get it, Adam. I get it. I get it, man. I understand where you're coming from, bro. Open topic, y'all. True Underwood says love for the art makes for dedication in the booth. Absolutely. Without a doubt. You can't max out behind something you don't love. It's just not possible. When you add the love, even if you're talented at it, if you don't love it, just going through the motions. But if you add the love on top of the talent and the ability, then that's when you go through, that's when you become major. That's when you become major, man. Joel Wilson says it's 3:23 p.m. in Australia. Y'all in the middle of the day. Hey, man, I know how it feels, man. I've been to Australia. It's already tomorrow. Yeah. Open topic. I'm catching back up. I'll be up and down this thing, man. I know I shouldn't do that, but I like to try to not miss any good comments from y'all. Vice Regent 4D said, how long did it take you to create the canvas from Triple Dark? Well, you know, it's an interesting story behind that. The canvas, that song was just born out of staring at a blank sheet of paper. I knew I was getting ready to write, but it was like I'm staring at this blank sheet of paper and like, I'm an artist and the paper is my canvas, you know, as most writers would say. But I was like, man, it's like a challenge to come up to take something that's here and put it on the paper. So yeah, it didn't take long. It didn't take long. I can say one thing about my writing process is that once I really, really, really know exactly what what I want to talk about, and when I lock in on that, when I know where I'm going, then it pours out. So that's to say, y'all might be saying, what you mean when you know where you're going? Don't you always know where you're going when you start? No. Sometimes, man, you just start writing. You just see, you can kind of, it's almost like freestyling, but it's not. You know, it's like when you're freestyling, you don't really know what you're gonna say. You're just going through it, and whatever comes about, comes about. But the same can happen sometimes when you just sit down and write, man. If you just let your mind go, let your imagination go, and not restrict yourself and get caught up in worrying about if it's gonna be whack or this is trash, it's not good enough. It's like, no, just write it. Just write it. If it is trash, if it turns out to be trash, you don't have to use it. Nobody knows but you. You in the room writing. You're not obligated to release it just because you wrote it down. But sometimes when you do that, when you relax and just start going through it, just a creative process, just a free-flowing creative process with no fences around it, and you're not putting pressure on yourself, you'll say some of the most dopest out of this world stuff. Just like, where'd that come from? Chaosity, man, trying to get this KRS-One thing locked down, man. Shout out to my brother KO. He linked into my mind the other day. He know what I'm talking about. Chopping Game podcast. When you gonna say, what's good, brother? Gonna interview. Oh, you gonna interview K Water Skibo. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, get that in. Burton Boy, Stack Pack. Carol Hickman says, I heard an SPC song on an old underground Memphis tape produced by DJ Paul, and I thought it was pretty dope for them to show Texas love. Well, I'm gonna give you some history on that, Cal. 3-6 Mafia is highly influenced by the South Park Coalition. They've admitted and said that on many occasions. They showed us number love. You know, this is long before they came out. You know, they were always fans of the South Park Coalition, especially Gangsta Nip and Point Blank. They love Gangsta Nip and Point Blank, 3-6 Mafia. So yeah, you know, those guys. Matter of fact, when they came to town one year, a few years back, they were performing at this club, and they requested it. They reached out like, man, I want to meet the South Park Coalition. And myself, Point Blank, Nip, I know me, Nip, and Point Blank was there. We went backstage. Willie D was back there when we got there too. Willie D was there. And they just really expressed to us how big of fans they were of us coming up. So it's not surprising that they would say that you would say that they had our songs on a mixtape back in the days, because you know they came up listening to South Park Coalition. The difference is they are among the artists who made it big, who actually publicly say that. They'll say it. A lot of these guys that came up listening to us was influenced by us, but they don't give us our credit. They won't say it. They won't say it. So shout out to 3-6 Mafia, man. Much love. KO says, what makes you keep writing? Man, look, a couple of things. What makes me keep writing is knowing that I can never not have nothing to write about. It's never going to be a time where it's nothing to talk about, ever. Throughout eternity, it's always going to be something to talk about if you got your antenna up. You just be observing and look around and pay attention. There's always something to talk about. That's number one. Number two, too many of my heroes have way more material than me. People like Stevie Wonder and Prince and guys like that, they got way more material than me. So I play a game with myself like I'm chasing them. I'm trying to catch them. Now, will I ever catch them? Probably not, especially Prince. But I want to have so much catalog, so much material, man. And so that's what makes me keep writing. And third and last but not least, the people serve as motivation. The people who hear what I wrote when something new comes out and they're still excited about it, like, man, they want to hear more. So now I'm on the hook again. I feel obligated. I got to do it. So God first, and the three things I mentioned after that. Open topic, man. It's where we are. Apocalyptic minister. We had a police officer and a civil process server killed here in Kansas City. Over $29,000 in property taxes. Hold on, you say he was killed. You say a police officer and a civil process server killed. They were killed over 29,000 in property. It was some kind of mix-up. I'm trying to figure out what you mean. It was because it was behind some property tax money. What they had going on? They tried to take a man's home. Wow. A lot of that goes on, man. I'm Just David says inspiration of thought causes automatic reaction of words and writing. Yeah, man, you got to be inspired. The best stuff comes out of inspiration when you really just get that feeling. Anybody who ever wrote anything, y'all know when you get that feeling, man, it's like it got to come out. It's like, man, you can't wait. It's almost to where you can't even finish it fast enough. It's like it's coming out. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Let me write this down. And there's some more just pouring out. So much inspiration, man. Yeah, man. What's up, Dougie Doug? Murder One up in the building. Man, what the heck you doing up this late? Hey, let me tell y'all something about Murder One, man. This dude go to sleep. He like an old grandpa. This dude go to sleep he go to sleep in prime time. The heck you doing up this late, man? I thought you already drunk your glass of warm milk and laying on your heating pad sleep by now. Shout out to the homie DJ Rec is in the building. DJ Rec and Murder One are in the new video, the Betting on Me video that's getting ready to drop. So we got two of the cameo appearances from the video in the chat tonight. We gave DJ Rec, it's like he's doing like a reoccurring character now. Because if y'all looking in the comments and y'all see DJ Rec played the role of the big man in the office in the video I did, The Meeting. Y'all saw the cool white guy behind the desk plotting and planning on me in the meeting. That was DJ Rec. So we brought him back for the Betting on Me video, so y'all will see him again in the video. I ain't gonna give too much away. Meanwhile, man, Murder One. What the hell, man? Kiki Jefferson says, "Are you having a listening party?" That's a good question. I'm 1,000% sure we will be having a listening party for the South Park Coalition. Now, it'll probably be, if not a listening party, even though I said 1,000%, it'll be we're gonna do some kind of album release. We may do both. We'll probably do both. We'll probably do a listening party / album release concert. How to do some stuff in some different cities. Brandon says you can tell who a lot of rappers are inspired by if you listen close to their flow and style. Yeah, absolutely. Some of them take the inspiration too far. You start sounding just like it. I'm like, wait a minute, man, come on now. Murder One, you say the milk wasn't warm enough? You still ain't said. Look, don't fall asleep in the middle of the live, because he'll fall asleep at the drop of a hat and he'll wake up at 4 a.m. sitting at the computer. Unless he might be already in the bed, he might be on his phone in the bed. I don't know if he's sitting at his computer or he watching this on the phone. KO say South Park Coalition release party. You know I got the spot. Okay. Let's make it happen. Open topic, y'all. Phantom Face says I did Crazy Bone like that. People said I sound too much like Bone, so I let up. Yeah, I mean, but that's admirable, because as an artist, you don't want to sound like nobody. You know, Now, people can probably take little parts and say, well, yeah, you kind of remind me of this person, or you kind of got a few elements of this person in your rap, but you don't want people to just straight up be like, this dude sounds just like this guy. See, it's kind of like when pop was real heavy, you had about 5 billion rappers coming out all of a sudden. All of a sudden, your voice and your style is just like Tupac all of a sudden. You was never rapping like this. I gotta come in easy. You know how Pac used to rap. I used to hear so many people just, and they was good at like, dude, you sound just like Pac. It's like it's like they set up and practiced. I might go to the penitentiary. I can't do it really like that. I saw it, man. When Pac died, oh my gosh, man. They had so many Pac impersonators, man. It was ridiculous, man. Dear mama, I'm about to ride on my enemies. Like, dude, you saying it just like he said it. You was just like it. Bro, look, man, come on, Murder. Fat Pat, oh my God. See, that's a local, that's more localized, but he's 1,000% right. Man, if y'all, even to this day, you got dudes that came out that still rap like Fat Pat. They still are trying to imitate Fat Pat's voice, man. That's crazy. That's a testament to the rapper though. That's a testament to Tupac. That's a testament to Fat Pat. It's like when you that amazing to where people are they just abandon their own identity. I'm gonna sound like him. I'm gonna go and sound just like him, and nobody's gonna know it. It'd be delusional, like nobody's gonna realize that I sound just like a guy that everybody in the world knows. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, man. People was on Fat Pat heavy, man. Fat Pat, Kiki, boy, trying to rap like Kiki, trying to sound like the lingo, the slang, everything, man. It's too late, bro. Once that person has come out and already established themselves as who they are, it's too late for you to try to be that. People are not stupid. They're gonna say, hey man, you trying to sound like, and it's a turnoff. But like I say, you may have elements, you may be inspired by this person, but it's a turnoff. At least it is for me. I mean, maybe some people might like it. Some people might enjoy the fact that, wow, boy, you sound just like, man, they may be impressed. But for me, if I listen to a song and I say, man, let's listen to this. As soon as I hear you sounding just like this guy that everybody knows, I'll be like, I ain't want to hear that no more. I got to ride on my enemies. There's a few people trying to jack Pimp C at one point too, KO. And Adam, I ain't ripping on nobody's flow and style. You saying ripping or ripping off? I'm talking about the people who be ripping off people's style and flow. I ain't ripping on nobody's style and flow. It's like, hey man, if it's yours, it's yours. Like Tila Rock say, it's yours. If it's yours, it's yours. But if it's his, told y'all this story one time. I was doing a showcase one time back when I used to put showcases and stuff together. And this when Nicki Minaj was real hot. And this girl got on stage, boy, and boy, she just knew she was Nicki Minaj, bro. And I was like, that's not sustainable. They say imitation is the best form of flattery, but I don't necessarily agree with that. That's not sustainable. To try to actually be something that somebody already is, it's not a sustainable model. You're not gonna survive like that. And I understand the artists had to search for their identity sometimes, but man, don't insult our intelligence, bro. Appreciate the love, just incredible. Appreciate the love and the donation, man. What's up, brother? Love your music. Big fan of you. Your true inspiration. Hey, man, I appreciate the love, man. Thoughts on DMX? DMX, man. Come on, man. Who don't love DMX? I never met nobody that say they didn't like DMX. DMX, man, he's an all-time great, man. Gone too soon. Gone too soon. That's like somebody coming out trying to rap like DMX. Because certain rappers, a lot of rappers' voices are so distinct. You can't come out sounding like DMX and think we stupid. So shifting gears, y'all. Shout out to my homies from San Antonio. They came down last night. And I went and did a song with them last night. And my homie's real interesting dude, real smart guy. We did a real impactful track. But here's the thing. This is gonna trip y'all out. It's gonna trip y'all out. Y'all know I charge for my work. You know, I'm a businessman. This is what I do for a living. But when he paid me, he said, "Hey man, I really like the number 2." That's what he said. He said, "Man, I really like the number 2. I have a strong connection to the number 2." I said, "Okay, cool." So when he paid me, part of the money he paid me, and this is just a little of it. I don't flash money like this, but I just wanted to show y'all a bunch of $2 bills. This ain't all of it, but y'all remember C&D scrap metal? He said, "We'll pay you in $2 bills." Every time I get a $2 bill, I look for the black dude on the back. It's a little blurry, you can't really see it. I look for the black guy on the back of the $2 bill. I don't see him on here. Wait a minute. Oh, there he is. I would say, oh, they must have took him off. Bro, $2 bills, man. It was interesting. Never saw nothing like that before. So now I've been running around here spending $2 bills all day long. I bought gas with all $2 bills. I bought my dinner tonight with all $2 bills. $2 bills. Thomas Morris, you say your homie Ghost. Said my homie Ghost introduced me to you with your song Secret War. Hey man, I appreciate that, man. Hope you become a regular. And y'all go subscribe to my channel, man. The new episode of the podcast is out When we get off of here, if y'all still woke, go check out the new episode with my homies from the A1 Empire, man. Look, man, I don't want y'all, don't just watch my podcast when I have somebody on there that's famous and known. Watch every episode because y'all gonna get something from everybody. And all my supporters and homies who have been rocking with me, like Thomas just came on. Make sure that y'all go get the new material. Almost hurt my back. I got 2 new albums that I just dropped. 2 new projects that I just dropped. Audio Optics, a 7-hour block. Shout out to my homie Tragic for the great production on 7-hour block. Y'all go get both these albums. Go get them on CD. Go get them on CD. And go get the digital. CD and digital. But I always promote the CD because we don't get paid a lot from the streaming, y'all. We just don't, man. We just don't. So I know it's easier for y'all. I know it's easier for y'all to stream it, but y'all go to their website I just put in, southparkcoalitionsite.net, and go get some physical copies, man. Go get mine, Murder One, everybody, man, in the crew. That's where it's at with us. Unless you go on iTunes, you get to download the album. Hand over fist. Yes, this is open topic. So what's on your mind, man? What's on your mind? Yep. 222, that's the angel number? I'm learning. I didn't know. $2 bills. I got 1 billion of them. Oh my gosh. C&D scrap metal. Much love to y'all, man. Yeah, man, it's an open topic, so let's get it on. They throw $2 bills in the strip club. That'll be something new. Matt Greer is in the building. Mitchie 450. Deity Rock says, why would angels have numbers? Michelle, why would angels have numbers? Well, we're taught, first of all, numbers are very important. And just the connection that numbers have to us. Mathematics, we are walking, living mathematics. But we're taught that even God has a number. Like we taught that the number 7 is the number of God. In the Nation of Islam, they talk about the number 19 in relation to God. So I don't know what correlation that would have with angels in general, but I'm just speaking on what I know about those numerical significances, and I'll leave it at that. But Michelle, does she want to answer you? She can answer you. Spikey said all the numbers are angel numbers. Hey man, y'all teach me something, enlighten me. I ain't gonna act like I know what I don't know. Phantom Face said all bills get thrown in the club. Okay. I guess it depends on your degree of ballership. Let's say your degree of scholarship, your degree of ballership. Adam says the Bible has a book in it called Numbers. How does that connect to the angels? Area says power in numbers. Some people say strength in numbers. Yeah, numbers are, come on now, we are mathematics. We are numbers. Everything revolves around a number. So I guess the angels would have a number. Everything is based around a number. Everything. Everything is based around a number. Y'all blowing my mind now. See, my mind is getting blown. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out because everything is based around a number, bro. Bro, everything is based. Everything is based around a number, bro. If you wanted to watch TV, hey man, let's watch the game. They'll say, what channel is it on? And it don't matter if you say what station is it on. You can say ESPN, you can say TNT. Somebody's gonna say, what channel is that? Oh man, that's channel 205. If you writing a rap, say, man, I want you to be on this song. Okay, yeah, man. Okay, how many bars? 16, 12. How long is the hook? 8. If you go buy something, sir, that'll be $24.99. The calendar, the date, your time and your schedule is marked by numbers. Okay, when is the show? Oh, it's March the 15th. What's the day? Oh, today is March the 2nd. What time is it? Oh, it's 12:57. Everything is based around a number. You deal with numbers all day long. You go to the little store to get you a little something to eat. You got to wait in line. Murder One. You go to Timmy Chan, they give you a number. When your food is ready, they say 48. You watch the game. Hey man, who won? Oh yeah, the Rockets won. What was the score? 125 to 113. You get a job, you say, what's the hours? 9 to 5. How much money you make? $22 an hour. Every day, you speak in numbers every day. In everything. This water that I'm drinking, 16.9 ounces. You get your medicine, 500 milligrams. You get in your car. How fast are you going? Going 60 miles an hour. Everything revolves around a number. You get in the airplane. They say you're in a Boeing 747 traveling at an altitude of 32,000 feet. We should arrive in Miami in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Everything is numbers. Y'all done started something now. You go to school. Hey, man, what grade you in? Oh, I'm in the 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. I did 4 years of college. Graduated in 2019. It's mathematics everywhere, man. How big is your house? Oh, man, it's about 5,000 square feet. Lightspark says 3 gods. What's the speed of light? 186,000 miles per second. What's the speed of sound? 1,120 miles per second. Come on, man. What's the distance between the Earth and the Sun? 93 million miles. Everything is a number. How old are you? Oh, man, I'm 22. How much money he owe you? $15. All right, y'all get the picture. Let me stop. What is the speed of thought? Retribution says, what is the speed of thought? On average, 24 billion miles per second. On average. Snoopy says all sounds have numbers attached to them. It's their frequency. Yeah. Frequency. You get in the car, you turn on the radio. What station you want to listen to? Oh, man, put it on 102.3. Let's put this food in the oven. How hot does it need to? Oh, put it on 375 and let it bake for 30 minutes. Hey, man, I'm messed up now. Y'all gonna have me numbered out. Come on, man. Mitchie says it's not the sound. It's not the sound that has a number. It's the human measure with it. We use numbers to identify sound frequencies so we can know what one we're talking about. Okay. Who's getting deep? It's getting deep. Yeah, okay. We get it. No more numbers, y'all. Because if we keep talking about numbers, we will be in it for the next 450,000 years. Casual P, what do you think of Jizza? He's pretty dope. You guys need to drop a joint together. Jizza's legendary. I mean, yeah, he's more than pretty dope. He's like one of the greatest to do it, man. The whole Tang, all those brothers, man. It's greatness. Child Succubus says sound frequencies create geometric shapes. Y'all might think I'm weird, But when I hear certain sounds, they come across to me as colors. Straight up. It's always been like that. I never talked about this before. I'm sharing this with y'all for the first time. When I hear certain sounds, like I can be listening to a song or an instrumental, certain instruments and certain sounds, they have a color to the in my mind. It may be dark brown, it may be blue, then it may be a brighter color depending on how the sound is. I don't know if anybody else sees colors when they hear sound, but maybe I'm the only one that's weird like that. Michelle says sound color chakras, planets with the sounds. I'm not on those psychedelics. It's just how I see it. You can't escape numbers, man. No way we can outnumber. It's like, look, can't escape numbers, man. Anna Menarche says cymatic frequencies are interesting. That's where sound effects matters. When sounds make patterns in sand or another powder, for example. Yeah, man, does sound have weight? Can anybody answer that question? Can you weigh sound? Because you can feel it. You ever been to a concert and stood right by the speaker and it's boom, boom? Or you ride in the car with a system and it's boom, boom. It's the sound is hitting you. You're not just hearing it. You're physically feeling it making contact with you. So does sound have weight? Could somebody answer that question? Meanwhile, I'll answer Collins Longer. How do you define the best lyricist in rap? I guess I would have to answer your question with a question to ask you, how do you define lyricist? That would be the only way I can answer the question, because people have different definitions for the word lyricist, even in rap. Now, the general definition of the word lyricist is just somebody who writes lyrics. You know, you can write opera lyrics. You can write country lyrics. If you're a country music songwriter, you write country music lyrics. You are, in fact, a lyricist. But in rap, it's different definition. People will call a lyricist just that's that guy who is very technical and intricate and wordplay and punchlines and deep bars and multi-syllable bar brackets and that. They say, well, that's a lyricist. He's a master lyricist. So if that's the definition, then you say, well, how do you define the best lyricist in rap? My answer to that question is, I don't believe you can. I don't believe that you can define, because it's so many rappers, man. It's so many, man. And that's a rabbit hole that we like to go down sometimes, but there's never a definitive answer or solution and there would never be a unanimous agreement. You see what I'm saying? Because in this day and age that we live in now, rappers are the equivalent of food. How many different types of food is it? Right? So many different types of food all over the world. It's like so many different rappers and types of rappers. So if we put 1,000,000 people together and hey, here's a sheet. Everybody fill this sheet out and write down what's your favorite food. Everybody being asked, write down what is your favorite food. Out of 1,000,000 people, you're gonna see a lot of the same answers. A lot of people are gonna say pizza, right? But somebody's gonna put zucchini on there. Somebody's gonna say portobello mushroom burgers. So you'll never get one definitive answer to that question. Now, if you just want to take the approach and say, well, whoever gets the majority of the votes, like if it was some type of election or something, then maybe, you know, you can just declare somebody to be the greatest lyricist, because it's like, well, we polled 1,000,000 people, and out of 1,000,000 people, 149,000 said this guy was the greatest, and that was the most out of anybody else, so he's the greatest. But it still means that 851,000 people didn't agree that that person was the greatest. So you just can't, man. You got different tastes. What tastes good, the food that's Deity Rock's favorite food may be something that True Underwood is allergic to. Might break you out if you eat it. So the rapper that you just love and, oh man, this guy is, oh man, there's nobody like this guy. It's somebody else is like, I don't see it. Ain't all that to me. See? He all right. Somebody gonna say, if you do this, he might be incredible. Somebody gonna say, he all right. I'll do that now. I just keep my mouth closed. It's a lot of rappers who you hear, you know, people, they circulate. Man, this guy is the greatest. Oh man, oh my gosh, there's nobody like that. And I'll be like, yeah, all right. Oh no, he's the greatest. Nobody's better. Nobody's ever been better. And I'll be like, yeah, all right. You don't knock me off my feet. But I can't argue with your preference. See, this all is going to boil down to a matter of preference. It's preference. Plain and simple. So people get caught up and start arguing. So if somebody says, well, man, who do you think the dopest lyricist is? And if I say, man, I think the dopest lyricist is MC Killer Bar. And y'all go, man, that dude ain't you don't know what he is to me. You can't speak on what he is to me, just like I can't speak on what your guy is to you. Record come out, oh man, all right, everybody loving the record. It's gonna be somebody that's like, I ain't feeling it. How many of us who are like really, really like underground, like fans of underground, independent, raw hip hop, right? Most people who are like that, who are in that realm, we don't really like the top 40 stuff. We don't really like the mainstream, the stuff that's on the radio 15 times a day. That's not really our cup of tea. But the people who are into that, they love it. They know all the words. These people are selling millions of records. They go to the concerts, they singing. But we on the side like, and then you have people who love the top 40, who love the commercialized rappers. And then you try to introduce them to some underground, some stuff that they ain't heard, some raw. And they get that. I ain't never heard him on the radio. What he sing? He ain't sold no record. He ain't sold more than. See, it's just criteria, man. Houston B, what's up, man? You been listening to your big brother all day? What you was listening to? Well, tell me what you was jamming. If you wasn't jamming these, you need to go get them. The new records, the new records, the new records. I get confused now because they done flip my left and right. Go get my new albums with an S. Albums. Houston B. Sabrina Double X. Rapping. Oops, Freudian slip. O Diaz says, unless you paint abstract, you don't need artistic skills for that. Some people look at abstract art and they go like, man, all he did is take the paintbrush and just and everybody's going, oh my God, it's beautiful. This is, and then they start trying to describe it. Everybody ain't into the abstract. When I look at this painting, I see a lady in a furnace, and she's being consumed by the fire of her pain. And everybody not in it. People look at abstract art that sells for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they go, man, it look like somebody just splashed some paint against the canvas. And then you have an art guy that's describing it. No, he's speaking about the turmoil of, this is the turmoil of war. See, this part right here, this blotch right here, represent the children who've been displaced. They got it all figured out. But we sitting there like, man, it looked like that dude was at home, got high, and just threw some paint against the thing, and then it came out, and we called it abstract. He drew a line, and he stuck a knife in the middle of it. And one man's trash, man. Yeah. Because some things go over people's heads. Everybody don't want to hear just deep, thought-provoking. That don't resonate with everybody. I mean, I don't even understand that. They like, I don't know, what is he talking about? Dude using all these big words. I don't know what he said. I'm not into that. Some people want to hear, jump up in the car, ride to the club, pull up on them boys, show a little love, go inside the place, buy this girl a drink, jumped up on the floor, had to make her think. Like real simple. Like, and then some people like internet. If the beat is nice, that's what they like. They ain't trying to hear you all in the cosmos and rapping about black holes and supernovas, and ain't trying to hear all that. Everybody different. Personal preference, man. I stopped having them arguments years ago. Can't argue with somebody's preference. That's what they like. Open topic, man. Y'all going in, y'all dropping some stuff. I appreciate that. Sabrina says, I actually thought that art was to inspire thought. They're dumbing down. Well, art to one person is something different to somebody else's. Somebody put Sexy Red in the comments earlier. Some people love Sexy Red. They love the music. To them, they'll say that's art. She will be classified as an artist. I can't argue your preference. I don't have to like it, but I've heard a lot of rappers that I didn't really like their music, but they'll slip a song on me every now and then. I've heard 15 or something like, this dude is terrible, man. Then it'll be that one, I'll be like, I kind of like that one, though. I kind of like that one right there, though. Duke says, what do you think of Mexican OT? Mexican OT doing his thing. He coming. Matter of fact, he here. I'd like to get him on my podcast. Subjective, yeah. Apocalypse says, sometimes I like it simple. Me too. Yeah, I mean, not again, that's what's for you is for you. But sometimes, man, do you realize, man, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something. Put out one of my favorite CDs. I want to show y'all. I got to get it. Bro, shout out to this dude, man. I've been having this album. What's the year on this album? 19. I've been having this album since it came out, bro. This is one of my favorite projects, man. This little EP from this guy named Why We. And it's got like 6 songs on it, right? I think he's from Beaumont, Orange, somewhere up in there. And he raps real simple. He just talking life on the streets. He raps real simple, straight to the point. Nothing complex, no multi-dimensional, faceted bars, none of that. But I love this album, bro. I love this album, man. So, I mean, I don't always want to hear stuff that just have to, when my mind got to just be on 1,000 to process it. Sometimes you don't want a whole meal. Sometimes you just want a snack. Sometimes you say, hey, man, I'm good. Just give me an appetizer. Yeah. It's my jam right here, bro. It's my jam. Why We? Wherever you are. I don't even know if he still do music. Shout out to Why We, man. Yeah, man. Snoop says some candy. Spikey, don't cuss me out at work tomorrow, bro. DJ Riggins says, I have no problem with abstract lyricism. Me either. But if you got a point to get across, you got to be simple enough for people to get it. Yeah. Even if you're complex, there has to be some simplicity. It has to be some, you got to mix it up. Balance. Look, bro, come on now. Y'all know when I put an album out, I'm gonna have that 2, 3, or 4 songs where I go in, right? But a lot of songs that if I'm trying to relay a message, a life lesson to y'all, I can't be way up here. I gotta speak direct, straight words. You don't always have to prove and show your lyrical prowess on every freaking song. Sometimes you want to get the message. And the best way to get the message is just to say it direct. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Now I can get a little lyrical and everything, but you still you don't overdo it, because if you feel the message is important enough that you feel it needs to be out, people need to receive this message, why would I relay it in a way that's going to be over people's head? Well, if it's a 12-year-old listening to the song, they may not know a lot of the words and the terminology I'm using, and so they're going to miss it. But if I block, straight to it, and okay, I understand that. Let them grow up into the deeper stuff. They'll get there. But I just don't believe every song on the album should be just so complex. Sabrina says, back in the day, songs 6 to 8 minutes long made me want to listen. This ADHD short clips are draining more energy than the day. Yeah, I think it's like a movie, Sabrina. You know how you have movies that are 3, 4 hours long? But if it's a good movie, that if it's laid out to where it can hold your attention and keep your interest for that long, then nobody complains about how long the movie is. Because a whack movie can be 3 hours long. It could be 1 hour and 30 minutes long. If it's trash, it's trash. Same way if it's good. Same way with a song. Now, these days, they're making songs a lot shorter. The average song these days, man, these songs is like 2.5, 3 minutes. They making, if it's a solo artist, they're either making one verse and a hook, and that's it. Or if they got a feature, it's that verse, the other person's verse, and that's it. Or they may do 2 verses if it's just them on there. But a lot of these songs you see with newer artists, they're really short. Now, I could never go there because I'm just from a different time and era, man. I just believe in giving my audience a lot. I want to overfeed you. I want you to be full when you leave the table. I want you to be saying, "Oh no, man, I'm good, man. I don't want no more. I'm full." So I'm still stuck and rooted in the 3/16, 3 hooks, or the occasional, like Sabrina said, 6 minute, 7 minute song if it's a story, or if I'm just spitting some bars for that long. That's just gonna always be me. But a lot of the reasoning behind the shorter songs that they're doing these days is behind matters of the people's attention span. You want to hit them real quick. You want to, somebody said you want to get more views, because if the song is so short, it makes people want to click it and listen to it again because they feel like they didn't get enough. So it's like, I guess it's marketing involved in it too, according to what a lot of people say. So, I mean, hey man, I don't knock it, but it's not gonna ever be my thing, man. EA Ski, shout out to EA Ski, man. Jay John says, I still like to ride to a song. That's why I like the click song. Yeah, you know, look, depends on your era. It's certain songs that can almost get you to your destination. from the time you left the house. You put that song in. If you got a 12-minute trip, you play an SPC click song, the song might not be going off by the time you get to your destination. But that was the thing. You want to ride to it. Even when you go out of town. You go out of town, you popping out. Some of these albums so short, man. They making 2.5, 3-minute songs and putting 10 songs on the record if you lucky. So you ain't even out your city yet, and the album going off. You used to could have a formula. Well, how long is the trip? Oh man, it's gonna be about 4 hours. It's gonna be 4 hours. Oh yeah. Three or four albums. We there. Back in the CD, the heavy CD days when it was all it was CD. Man, hold on. Tell y'all something. Hold on, man. You pop in 4 albums, you there. You have arrived at your destination, and all you did was listen to 3 or 4 albums because the album gonna be a CD hold 80 minutes. So that's an hour and 20 minutes if you fill it up, right? So that's one album. I got an album called 80-Minute Eternity. I named it that because that's how long the album was. It's 80 minutes, right? So if you listen to 3 albums at 80 minutes, that's 4 hours. So you can literally drive from Houston to Dallas on 3 CDs according to that logic, right? But not today. That album might be 35 minutes long. You ain't halfway there. You got to listen to 7 albums. Duke says OT's new album is short as hell. See, that's what I'm saying. How many songs does he have on it? I want to know how many songs. Jimmy Robinson says, not all lyricists make enjoyable music like your music. I've heard great lyricists that I couldn't get. Well, I will say this to your point, Jimmy. Some lyricists are very skilled, but they're, in my opinion, they're bland. And they're not versatile in terms of concepts. So every song is basically they rapping about the same thing. The beat just changes. But the words could be placed. You could just switch the words and put them on any beat that's on that album because they talk about the same thing. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from. My thing was, I grew up listening to rappers who had different concepts on every song. They had a story, they had some lyrics, they were talking about a girl, they were talking about politics, they was all over the place. So that was my foundation. So I made sure that every time you're gonna get something different on every song. You gotta have some flavor, some personality. I just can't be the next song. It's just a different beat. Yay. Hold on, Michelle, what you say? I had Michelle, but I lost her. There go the homie Tragic. Said diversity is key. Bro, do you know how hard it would be? There's only a handful of producers that I have worked with that I could do a whole album with. and it's my album, right? Because the beats are gonna sound alike after a while. And I've told Tragic this on a couple of occasions. He has the rare ability to make a complete album with all beat. Who got 7-hour block? Who on here owns this album? Straight up. If you own this album, just say yes or I do or whatever it is. And because I want to ask the question just so, but I can't ask the question unless you have the project. If you don't have the project, you need to get it. But the question is, do you hear the diversity in the music? Or are you like, oh yeah, that beat sound, okay, I can tell this guy's, I can catch his style, I can catch, just be honest, all of the tracks had their own personality to them. As, put it like this, I'm gonna say it like this. If I just wanted to play a trick on y'all, if me and Tragic just wanted to play a joke on y'all, right? I believe that we could have said, we could have put under every song, these are the titles. We could have just made up a producer name. We could have said track 1 produced by Tragic, track 2 produced by DJ Blue Cup, track 3 produced by $2 Bill, track 4, and y'all have thought that every song was done by a different producer, right? And nobody would have known because he's diverse. He mixes it up. His style is his style, but his beats don't just put you in the mind of they sound all alike. That's just my opinion. Matt Greer says, yeah, they sound different. Yeah, that's the key. Houston B says the song Something Better is one of my favorites on the album. Well, here's the deal. If you want physical copies, I just put the address on there. If you want the digital, it's on all the digital platforms, as they like to say. So go get it. Ryuga says, I'm also a rapper. I find myself needing to write on a song for a day or two to feel proud of it. What about you? It depends on the song. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I can work on a song for days and days and days and days. I could work on a song, not touch it for 3 or 4 days, come back, work on it some more, not touch it for 2 more days. Just depends on the song. It depends on the concept. Like, in other words, certain songs you can't just knock out real quick. Let me go and write this real quick. Certain songs are not like that. Certain songs you have to gradually get there because different levels of thought are required in different junctures of the song. Different parts of the song require different levels of thought and different levels of connectivity. So you have to step away sometimes because I may have been working on it last night for 2 hours. So my mind gets tired. Just imagine you was doing push-ups all night. Your arms are going to be dead. They're going to be tired. The mind is a muscle. The brain is a muscle. It's the same way. So I may be really going hard, but all of a sudden I start drying out. I'm not going to push through that. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop, eat something, drink something, go to sleep, wake up, rejuvenated. Come back to the paper, rejuvenated. If I come back to the paper the next day and I'm not where I was the night before as far as locked into it, I'm not going to touch it that day. I ain't going to write that down. I'm going to leave that alone because this one got to be right. See? You got to put it together. So each part of the song requires the same amount of attention. And sometimes more so as you go further into the song, because if you start off strong, you want the middle to be strong and you want the ending to be strong. You really want the ending to be strong. So you can't just dry out and just half-ass it the rest of the way out. Because people are hyped up in the beginning of it. Oh, yeah, ooh, it's nice, it's nice. And all of a sudden, as it goes, yeah. Like a movie. The movie started off great, but in the ending let you down. So take your time if you have to. But it's going to be nights where you just in a zone and you may knock that killer song out in one night because it was just flowing, like I said earlier. If you really want to know how to write and different tactics like that, go get my book, Behind These Bars, from the same website that I just put up where you can get the albums, you can get the music. I'm too lazy to turn around and get the book so y'all can see it. I'll do it. Excuse me, y'all. This is the book you need. If you want some writing tips, this is the book you need. Teach you everything you need to know. It's a shame that this book is not a bestseller. This book should be in middle schools, high schools, and universities all over the planet. This book is so good. I need to read it and learn. And I wrote it. What's up, Mike? Michael Butte, my brother in the building, Beaumont, Texas. Yeah. Houston B, I like them boys. Uzziah Plays in the building. Daniel Rogers, you're personally most proud of. What is the question? "11th Hour Entertainment, that's tragic. The producer, 7-hour block. He says that comes from soaking up and absorbing a large abundance of hip hop growing up, not just one style. So you say, man, you know what? I kind of want to spit on some West Coast stuff. Okay, I got that for you. Man, I want an old school New York hip hop boom bap beat. Got that. Man, I need some down south funk, slow. Got that. I need some weird off the wall stuff that you wouldn't even expect me to rap on. Got that. I need some smooth R&B type of hip hop beat. Got that. Come on, man. Outstanding. Yeah, you knocked me out. Okay, yeah, B, I got your message, man. I'll send you the information. Yo, Court Bay. That's the website. I just put the website down there to answer your question where you can get the book. Proof 7 Deuce says somebody throwing left jabs with they right. Who did that? Sound like a K-Rino line. All good, Mike. Girl, you knock me out. I saw Rakim wrote a book. I know that's sick. You make me wanna shout. Phantom Face said we talked about that. We're not mentally or physically lazy, bro. Okay, Phantom Face. No. The book is not that fat. My bad. I just had a pack of books that wasn't open yet. No, it's not that thick. I wouldn't do y'all like that. I wouldn't even read a book that thick. This is the book. This see how thin that is? This is it. Yeah. I just had a whole stack of them. Yeah. If I wrote a book that thick, I had a whole lot of time on my hands. I'm gonna write another book as soon as y'all tell me what to write it about. Apocalyptic Minister said, y'all need to get both books. That's right. That was my second book. Appreciate that, Houston B. Girl, you knock me out. Come on, Mitchie. You don't know nothing about that, Mitchie. You make me want to shout. Y'all got anything else, man, before I let y'all go? I really love the way. Write a book about the astral plane. I don't have enough knowledge of the astral plane. Write a book about bad and awkward experiences with videographers in foreign countries. Like, have I ever been through something like that? I don't know what you're talking about, man. That would be real clever of me if I could do that. Duke, you been jamming the whispers? Ryuga says, what's your thought process behind punchlines? You got to get the book. I can't give y'all all the game. Listen, man. You see that table of contents? What did that say right there? What did that say? What did that say? I'm trying to catch it. Look at that. Come on, Ryuga. That it's there. It's there. Punchlines and wordplay. You got to get the book. I got you. I got you covered, man. I'm not going to let you down, man. I'm your big brother. I can't give it all to you in the conversation. You got to get the book. I don't think I left much out. I'm sure I left something out. Marty, on the cool, I was thinking my thought process was about writing a book about just the rap legacy of South Park. You know, not just strictly the coalition, but because there's so many rappers from South Park that people don't know about because they never put music out, or they went to prison, or they died, or just they dropped out the game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I would probably stretch it out a little bit past South Park to mention some guys, but that was a thought, you know. It just ain't. It just haven't locked in to where I'm like, yeah, that's it, that's it. I can't really do it until I get that that's it moment. But yeah, we here though, Marty, on the cool. No, Casual P, no president for me. Heck nah. They can have that president thing. Court Bay said, how the hell I've been jamming you for years and never knew you wrote a book. Yeah, I slipped it in there, man, here and there. Jay John says, get the book. I wish the world was truly happy. I know about Zoom. You can't slip Zoom past me, Sabrina. I like to fly far away from here, where my mind and my heart is so fresh and clear. And I got a love you want to see. Everybody can be what they want to be. Boom, boom. Come on, man. Sabrina, I know about Zoom. I grew up. It's my era. Yeah, Marty, because I wouldn't just talk about rappers, you know what I'm saying? It would be mainly rappers, but I'm gonna be talking about just cats from South Park or just from the South Side, you know. But then I started thinking, I said, well, I don't want to isolate the North Side. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just, but you know, that's just my hood. It ain't nothing personal. Nah, got love and I want to see. Man, don't pay no attention to me, man. Yeah. So I went and spoke at this school for my homie George, who's a teacher at a middle school. And I went and spoke at the school Monday, this past Monday. And thanks to my homie George, he really promotes me heavy at that school, at the school he goes to. So a lot of those middle school students at the school, we talking these 12, 13-year-old students are like real big fans of my music. So I went up and did participated in the Black History Month event program that they had at the school, and they showed me a lot of love as usual. And when I came off the stage, one of the young homies that went to the school, he asked could he have my lokes, and I was like, I normally don't give away stuff like that, but he was bold enough to ask for it, so I said, you know what? Here you go, young brother. And I gave him my lokes. You know how when you do something and then you're on the way home, you're like, did I just give away my lokes? I just gave away my lokes, like, in the heat of the moment, I gave away my lokes. Now, if those lokes could talk, if that particular pair of lokes could talk, if they had emotions and feelings and could speak, that pair of lokes would be very upset with me right now. Because we've been through a lot. That pair of lokes and myself have been through a lot. Many shows, because that's one of the few pairs of lokes that I've had that have stood the test of time, where I didn't drop them, I didn't break them, something crazy didn't happen to them. And I've probably been wearing that particular pair for about 2 years. So yeah, B, same pair of lokes that I brought to Canada twice. Same pair of lokes. If you just name anything significant that I've done in the last 2 years, any video that you see me in within the last 2 years, if I'm wearing lokes, that was the pair. You see footage of me in Canada. You see footage of me performing on stage in different cities. And a lot of people saw me on the Houston 50th hip hop anniversary thing where I did the Houston Is rap. My lokes was on my head, same pair. And now I belong to a 13-year-old middle school student. So for the sake of sentimental value, in the heat of the moment, I took my lokes off and gave them to the young brother. But when I was riding home, I was like, not because you can't get another pair of lokes, but because of the sentimental connection to that pair. Just gave them away. But when one chapter ends, one book closes, a new one opens. And one thing about your big brother, I'm very calculated. Appreciate that, Apocalyptic. He wanted him, man. I hope that he treats him with the respect and takes care of him. I should have gave him instructions, but I'm very calculated. Because even when he asked for them, I knew I had another pair at home. I knew I had another pair at home. I knew I had an extra. I always keep an extra pair of these, always. So I wasn't going to be localist. I wasn't going to be walking around and performing, excuse my language, naked head. These are brand new. They tight. They like right now, they like gripping my head like real tight. They like real tight on my head. Like they crooked. So I'm always prepared. But now we start a new legacy with these guys right here. But the only problem is now I don't have an extra pair. So now I have to go to the secret location. The secret location. It's a secret location and load back up. But the problem is place where I get these is not in Houston. Dollar bill, they not in Houston. But don't worry. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. But I wish I would have had a talk with that young man who I gave those lokes to. Matt Grill know where they at. He just put it down. All right, man, y'all drop y'all locations. Drop y'all's locations. Because the place where I get the lokes are not local. Y'all might have thought I was loco to give them away. Drop y'all locations, man. Let me shout y'all out. Adamanarchy is in Ontario, Canada. What's up, Erica? Where you been? You been hiding here the whole time? Just laying in the cut? Erica is in Lumberton, Texas. Ryuga is in Norway. Matt Greer in Stephenville, Texas. Brandon in Wisconsin. Phantom Face in that 614. Diaz in the Netherlands. Light Sparks in New Jersey. Mitchie is in Quebec, Canada. Canada always representing hard, man. All over Canada, different parts. How far is Quebec from Toronto? The Lokes were from above the law. Well, I don't know, but I know that's the West Coast Lokes. We fell in love with those back in the NWA days when Easy and Ice Cube and all them was wearing the Lokes, then Tone Loke. Yeah. Snoop on that Southwest H-Town. Halle B is in Panama City Beach, Florida. Joel, Northern Territory. Palmerston, Australia. Australia repping hard tonight. Houston B, from Houston, born and raised, but in Indianapolis, man, is it cold out there? My homie Jay John, my boy, been rocking with me for years, man. My dude. Hey Jay, you got into that old SPC weekend footage? You got any footage from us back in the days when we was doing that? True Underwood is in Vancouver. See, look at that, man. We got Toronto, we got Quebec, we got Vancouver. If my homie Steve was in here, we'd have Montreal. We got Listowel. How you say it, B? Instinct is in Cape Town, South Africa. See, it's a little chilly. No snow. Black Zeus 24 out there in Cali. Night Wolf, Denver, Colorado. Home of the Legal Bud. You know you ain't in no Singapore, B. You better get home. Sabrina is in Memphis. She say, I'm in Memphis in my divine skin. Ducking Jack Frost, cold-blooded. It's cold in Memphis? Man, we've been having 70-degree days out here in Houston. I keep playing with these $2 bills, man. It's crazy. Jimmy in Alabama. He says it's in the attic on VHS. The reason why I asked you that, me and Blank was talking last night because we getting ready to start trying to put this SPC documentary in the works. But and we got footage, but we want to try to gather up, rare footage footage that we don't even have. You know, like you got some good stuff, man. You know, we love to see if we can borrow it from you and convert it, send it back. I don't know what you got. You know, you may have us rapping, you may have us just hanging out, playing basketball or whatever, but that'll be cool. It's a lot of footage floating around of us that we don't even have. But if we do that documentary, we want to be able to show people stuff that they could see. They could see me when I had a hairline. Much love, Michael. I appreciate the love all over the world. I got love for everybody all over the world, man. Much love, Jay. Well, you got my email. I'm gonna put my email address on here anyway. Just hit me up, man, and we'll correspond. That's why, man. Canada was better to me the second time around. It was cold because B had me shooting a video at 3 in the morning, and it was cold, but not like that first time. Not like the first time. Second time around. Yeah, B, I can sign the book. You gotta send me. I just put my email address. If you look down a few comments under yours, send me an email as a reminder and just say, hey man, this is Houston B. Sign my book. Yeah. 48 degrees. That ain't bad though. But then again, we coming into March now. We got an 83-degree day last month. So that's all the shout outs. That's all the location shout outs. Let me see. Am I missing anybody? Wonder what happened to, is that Kakarot? Yeah, man, I remember him. I don't know what happened to him. He used to always be on commenting on the songs. Much love to him wherever you at, man. That's one of my true riders right there. Talking to you on what part, B? You coming to the U.S., Adam? Coming to the U.S., what part you coming to? South Haven, Mississippi, child succubus. More shout outs. Well, you better come to Houston. You know, a lot of times people from different countries or even different states, they'll say, man, I'm coming out there, man. I want to link up with you. And then I'm like, they'll say, I'm coming to Texas. When I come to Texas, we need to link up. But then you talk to them, where you at? I'm in Amarillo. I'm like, dude, Amarillo is like 1 billion miles from me. Texas is huge. You can't just swing over to Amarillo. You can't just swing by El Paso. Even Dallas. He said, well, man, I'm in Dallas. Come holler at me. Man, that's a long way. No, you come holler at me. If you come out, you come to Houston. Now, you maybe can come to some surrounding areas. If you come to Conroe, if you come to Baytown, where else? Little places like that. Okay, I might come meet you somewhere. But you can't call me and tell me that you in, like I say, you can't say you in Abilene. Man, I'm in Abilene. I'm in Texas. Come see me. Man, look, go get a map of the United States of America and look at all those states and then look at Texas. this big old giant shape that's right in the center at the bottom. And look at the massive size of that state. And look at where Houston is, way down at the bottom, tip bottom. And you done came to Abilene somewhere that's way, way out. 9-hour drive or something. Prue say, meet me in New Jersey next weekend. Yeah, you come from overseas. You say, I'm in America. Come hang out. Like, dude, you in New Jersey. What do you think about my Chiefs? They're really, really good. The problem I have with the Kansas City Chiefs is that now that my Texans got a quarterback, now that we looking like we on the way up, my problem is that doggone Patrick Mahomes, he gonna be good for a long time. It's still not gonna be wide open to just beat him, you know. So CJ Stroud, that's my dude. He coming. We gotta get some more weapons to be able to compete, because Kansas City is the gold standard. It's like that's the team you gotta beat, because you look at what happened with the Texans this year, right? We didn't even see it. I didn't think we was gonna make the playoffs. We won 3 games last year. When they picked up CJ Stroud, I said we'll win about 6 or 7 this year. We'll improve. We'll bump up. That's what I said before the season. We'll win about 6 or 7 games. That's respectable for a rookie. End up winning the division, making it to playoffs, winning a playoff game. But the way that Baltimore handled us, and then the way that Kansas City handled Baltimore. Hold on, did Kansas City beat Baltimore? Who did Kansas City beat? Or did Buffalo beat Baltimore? Who beat Baltimore? Regardless of what it was. It's another level we got to get to. And that's the level. That's the standard. Only thing that I'm upset about Patrick Mahomes is, I'm going to tell you why I'm mad at Patrick Mahomes. It's because it is too late now. I'm mad because he just couldn't beat Tom Brady. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Man, a lot of people couldn't beat Tom Brady. But I was putting for him to beat Tom Brady, because when Tom Brady was still with New England, they had him beat. Look, Apocalypse, bro, I know my sports, bro. So you know what I'm talking. You know what game I'm talking about when they played New England that year and homeboy was offsides. They had stopped New England and was getting ready to take over, and the game was over. And old dude was offsides, and that's how they lost to New England. I think New England might have won the Super Bowl that year, or they went and lost. I don't know. But then Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay, and he beats Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So what that did, now when you talk about the GOAT conversation moving forward, okay, Tom Brady got 7. So it's hard to argue. But Mahomes got 3 now. Had he beat Tom Brady, he would have 4. He would already have 4, bro, at a young age like that, which would have gave him a legit shot to at least get to 6, which is what Brady would have had if Patrick Mahomes would have beat him. So if a guy got 6 and you got 4, oh, that's doable. Even if we don't win, and might be a year we don't win, that's doable. Tom Brady went 10 years in between Super Bowls one time in his career. So now, even if Mahomes gets to 6 or 7, just say he gets there, They're going to always say, well, Tom Brady's still a GOAT because when they matched up, Tom Brady won. That's the problem I have with Patrick Mahomes. That's it. But now I don't want him to get to 6 or 7 because I'm pulling for my guy. But Shadow says we had him beat with Deshaun if Bill O'Brien didn't come. I ain't even think about that. The Texans had Kansas City 20-something to nothing in the playoffs. Yeah, Bill O'Brien sucks, man. I'm so glad that dude ain't the coach no more. 4th down and fake punts and unnecessary stuff. Yeah, come on, Shadow Star. Yeah, that's right. You up and you playing around, and you can't play with that dude, man. You can't play around with Mahomes like that, man. That dude is evil, bro. I forgot all about our problems with Patrick Mahomes. I rock with D'Amico, Daniel. We good now. I like what we got. We straight. We need a few more pieces though. We need some pieces on defense. We talk about it's a rumor we're gonna get Saquon Barkley. It's a rumor we're gonna get Saquon Barkley. Sabrina says, I don't have a teleporter yet. Not sure if I want mofos popping up in my living room in nanoseconds. I got a teleporter. I won't pop up in your living room, Sabrina, unless you cook something for dinner that I really like. Then I might just bling, and I'm sitting at your dinner table. There was a video circulating a couple of years ago where somebody put one of my songs on a Patrick Mahomes, like a workout. He was working out, and they put one of my songs behind it, and he reposted it. Y'all didn't see that? Somebody else made the video, and it was showing him working out, doing this workout or whatever. And I got a song called "I Stay Working," and it's just a short clip, probably about 30 seconds. And he reposted it on Twitter. So he have heard my voice. Curie XX. Is that Curie XX or Curie? I'm doing good, man. Getting ready to get out y'all way, man. I've been on here. I ain't know I've been on here this long. How about them Toronto Maple Leafs, though? I don't know sports that good. I don't do hockey at all, B. I'm sorry, y'all. Hockey is not my cup of tea at all. Not a hockey guy. I don't know the rules of hockey. I don't know nothing about hockey other than the stick, the puck, skates, ice, fighting, goal. I don't know the rules at all. I don't know the position. I know the goalie and the defenseman. That's it. I don't know what the defenseman does. I just know what the goalie does. His job is to stop people from knocking the puck into the net. Couldn't tell you nothing else about hockey. Miami, Florida, what's up, my brother? Come flying in. Swift collabo coming. Who? Big Swift, the producer? Shotgun rifles, pistol. He say, is this real live? Yeah. I just said your name, didn't I? Y'all think I should do another podcast? Me and my homie DJ Rec that was in here earlier, we was talking about doing a sports podcast together. Maybe we'll crank that up, man. I got a lot of sports knowledge. I'll mess y'all up, especially on basketball. I'm a historian, bro. You're working on book 53. If I made 100 albums in 2 weeks, 100 albums in a 2 week span, the government would come get me. They'll think I was an alien. Do you think that a mix of hard work, good value, and time will lead to success? Um, I heard a saying one time that said hard work doesn't guarantee success, but you'll never get successful without it. These days, that ain't even true because you got a lot of people that just pop off on social media for whatever reason. They didn't do a lot of hard work. They just had the platform, had the personality, the charisma, the shock value, whatever that made it happen. I'm a believer in hard work. You're supposed to grind and go hard, but it doesn't guarantee you success per se. But it also depends on what your definition of success is, because the word success covers a broad distance. Some people, you can't just view success as I'm a multimillionaire, I'm world famous in my field, and everybody knows me, and that's not always what success is. Success is just um, walking in your purpose, finding your purpose, walking in that purpose, and maximizing it to a degree where, at the very least, it sustains you in your life, and you're happy. So it just depends on what your definition of success is. There are people that would look at me and say that I'm successful, and I would agree with them. I would agree with them. But there's other people that would look at me and like, oh, he ain't up there with this rapper. He's not up here with him. He haven't sold this many records. This guy done sold 40 million records. He haven't sold that. How is he successful? Because it depends on your definition of success. Is that person that's way up here successful? Yeah. Yeah. Shotgun says, I was just jamming Grand Deception and Valley Decision. Yeah, well, you know what? Make sure you get the new stuff. Oh, my bad. Wrong. I love when y'all rock out to the old stuff, man, but get the new music. Get the new stuff, man. All platforms. But if you still rock CDs, that's the website. All right, man, I got to get out y'all way, man. Who's my top 5 current rappers? And what do you think of Billy Woods? I never heard of Billy Woods. Shout out to Billy Woods, though. But I don't have a top 5 current. I can't lie to you. I don't really listen to a lot of the current stuff. You know who I like? I like Shot from the Tray. I like Shot from the Tray. I ain't gonna lie. She be jamming, man. She nice to me. Shot from the Tray be spitting. How do you feel about guys like Jay-Z comparing themselves to civil rights leaders? I didn't hear what he said. I don't know what he said to be able to comment. Phantom Face, I consider myself successful. I'm happy. Good enough. Heck yeah. When you coming back to Houston, Michael? All right, man. Before y'all go, look. Homework assignment. Go watch the latest episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast right here on YouTube. That is Underground Dialogue Podcast. That's y'all homework. The new episode dropped tonight. Go check it out with my homies A1 Empire. Go check it out. All love. You got my number, Mike. Hit me up, brother. I'll catch y'all later on, man. One love. Peace.